When is the best time to shoot? I mean, you pros shoot from situations where I wouldn't dare risk shooting at all. I always try to look for the bigger percentage goal. Maybe a tutorial about the correct shots in every situation and where to shoot. Well, as always, your boy has you covered.
Griezmann, 3 men around him, and somehow finds some space. Ronaldo, fantastic, opening the drive back.
He's made himself the tiniest bit of space.
Almost feels like a bit of a toy. Didn't really go for it. Oh! Display there is absolutely ridiculous. The Elastico on the goal line. On the goal line, the finest.
We talked about Aussie Super. He's not here to make up the numbers.
In general, I'm not going to talk about specific situations where you can shoot from. I've done many tutorials on that. You can type in Dylan Bates finishing tutorial, but type in sweet spots, and that will give you sweet spots and where goals actually will be scored from certain situations in the bot. But what I will say to you is, you need to understand shooting sweet spots, and you need to know what times are good for the extra pass and what times are good for a shot. I use the example of my coaching, and then I'll use the example of pro players in a specific situation for the E-Champions League. When I coach, I tell people who come into the academy who aren't very good at the extra pass to do the extra pass every single attack. This develops a good habit for them to perform the extra pass every time they are inside the box. And this will also develop their vision so that they will always see that pass, and then they can make the decision as to whether they want to perform that pass or not. But why it's very important for me not to keep them on this rule forever is simply because there will be times where it is good to extra pass, but then it isn't, okay? And I use the example of Yilmaz, and in the E-Champions League, there are certain situations where you might perform the extra pass, but it will get intercepted simply because you're in a higher league, you're in a high caliber game against another high caliber player, for instance, Pro v Pro in the E-Champions League, and he will expect the extra pass. So the shot will actually have been the best situation and the best decision in that situation. When it comes to shooting then, sometimes because the pro will actually expect the extra pass, he will cover that extra pass lane, and then you will actually have a better angle to shoot. And that's where the mind games comes in. When you start getting up to the high caliber games, high level games, you will notice that the extra pass may not always work, and that is simply to the fact that pros or high caliber players will expect it, so they'll cover it. But what you guys can do is know when to shoot in those situations. As you see here in this situation, the extra pass was attempted by Yilmaz, but it got intercepted because it was actually red. But then there's another situation where the pro, he was versing, covered it, so it left a big gap and a big shooting angle for him to shoot far post. And this is why I say it's important to know when to do the extra pass and when not to. It's a mind game situation, okay? As I said, sweet spots are found on the channel. You can type it in, and you guys will be able to learn those when it comes to the extra pass and shooting. It is about knowing what times are good to do it and what times aren't. And it usually is based off the type of player you're playing. If it's a lower caliber player, he most certainly will not read the extra pass because he's just expecting you to shoot like every other player in the low division that they are in. However, if you're against a high caliber player, you have to watch out for the times when they read it, and that is when you want to shoot. And that simply comes down to looking at his defender and where he's going. That will sing at the end of it. I hope you enjoyed it. I am coaching one-on-one on patreon.com. If you want to be a part of that, the link is down below. I'm preparing people for EAFC, so you can check that out. But as always, I hope you guys have a good day. I'm out. Sayonara. Au revoir. Adios. Salam. Ciao. Goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, then I'd really appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button. And lastly, if you do want any pre-gaming fuel or supplement, then head over to atpscience.com, which is the first link in the description, and use the code DylanEtsATP at checkout to get yourself a discount. Not only is it the cheapest way to get supplements, but it helps me out a ton, guys. So thank you.